Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a goal of 1,300 subscribers. Guess what? Around 95% of you are returning viewers and you've not subscribed yet. So what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Thank you to everyone who has also joined me already. I couldn't do this without you. Today we've got a bit of Doctor Who news and a bit of Ncuti Gatwa news, yes. So we're going to do the Doctor Who news first, but make sure you stick around for the importance of being earnest. So they have announced the release date for Joy to the World, and it's going to be on Christmas Day at 5:10 p.m. We are going over to the Radio Times, the shows for Doctor Who. Let's take a quick look at what they have to actually say. Doctor Who Christmas special air date and time confirmed. The Doctor is back to add a bit of time travelling magic to your Christmas. And there we have on the screen a very airbrushed Ncuti Gatwa and Nicola Coughlan. It's time to get excited, Doctor Who fans. We now know exactly when the show will be back on our screens with this year's Christmas special. The episode called Joy to the World has been written by Stephen Moffat and will see Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor joining up with Nicola Coughlan's new character, Joy. Now, as the BBC reveals its schedule for Christmas, it has been confirmed that the special will air on Wednesday 25th of December at 5:10 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer. So they are very clearly confident that this episode is going to do extremely well on Christmas Day, which is why they have put it on Christmas Day. Now, unfortunately for them, that actually does mean that a lot of people who just sit around and do absolutely nothing on Christmas Day, not really pay attention to the television, will actually leave that sort of thing just running in the background for background noise. So I think that any view that we actually get on Christmas Day will be a slightly, if not more, an inflated one than what we will actually get in the consolidation figures when they combine the iPlayer and the weekly score. So yes, they are very confident that it is going to do very well. Stephen Moffat is actually writing this episode, and I know a lot of people will tune in for Stephen Moffat. So will the ratings actually be higher than what it was for the Christmas episode that we got last time? We'll find out, I guess. So there's a bit more to the article talking about last year's Christmas episode, but it then goes on to take this quote from RTD. He said, "Now the Doctor voyages forward, and guess what always happens to the Doctor every so often? Christmas. Here comes Christmas. I can't give much more, but work has begun on it already, and it's mad. It's one of the maddest Christmas specials you'll ever see. It's epic, it goes so many different places, and it's a great story of who the Doctor is when he's alone." It's not like we haven't had that before, but I'm guessing that we are going to see crying Doctor when he's alone. Well, at least if he's travelling alone, we won't actually have him disregard a companion. Oh wait, no. Sorry, we will probably see that because he's going to be more interested in doing other things. Now, that's just me jumping to conclusions, but this Doctor is reckless, so that's what I've been taught to actually believe. And yes, I will be watching it and I will be reviewing it. Now, it says it's going to be on the BBC iPlayer, but does that also mean we're going to get BBC iPlayer at midnight, or have they actually agreed that's ridiculous? Keeping within the same sort of region of what we are actually talking about, we are now going to actually take a look at some photographs that are promoting the importance of being earnest. Now, you would think that these photographs would be your bog standard generic photographs that they would use to promote a show. And yes, in actual reality, they 100% are. Now, I'm not going to get into any of the reviews for this. They are a mixed bag, and to be quite frank, I don't really want to be spoiled as to how they're going to be tackling the importance of being earnest within the staging. Although I haven't managed to be able to get tickets for the actual live version of the show, I will be seeing it at the cinema, so I will be able to judge it for myself. But the reason why I'm talking about the photographs is because there's one in particular. Now, I'm going to show you the photographs that we've got from the National Theatre. Some of these were posted on their X account and the others were posted on their Instagram, and there's also a photograph that I have posted on my community page that Variety are running with as well. So we'll take a look at some of the other images first, shall we? Before we get to the one that I really want to talk about. Now, obviously, the top biller of the show clearly must be Ncuti Gatwa, even though it also stars Julian Bleach and Richard Cantwell, who have also been in Doctor Who. They are naturally going to be running with the headliner of Ncuti Gatwa. The importance of being earnest, it's Victorian, it is a period piece. Now, I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of the importance of being earnest, being multicultural. That's a whole different video the whatnot, and I just don't feel the need to get into it right now. We're just going to take a look at the promotional photographs that we've got. These are not all of the promotional photographs. So here's Ncuti Gatwa actually making a facial expression beyond what we've actually seen him doing on the TV show, in my opinion, with two other ladies looking into a bag. And here they are also having their tea party. It looks very bright. It looks very jovial. And here we are. She's looking rather disgusted at something, in my opinion. But it's bright again. It's colourful. And here we have Ncuti Gatwa again, looking rather dapper in this picture, I must actually say. Can't deny it. He does look dapper. And this, to me, would be the quintessential promotional footage that you could actually give him. It looks good. It's very period. These pictures that we've seen, yes, they're bright, they're colourful, but they look good, and they are obviously promoting the show. And then we have this picture, which if you actually go to their Instagram or their X and find their post where they have posted these photographs, this is the first one that they are running with. Now, you could look at it politely and say, well, this is because this is what happens first of all in the show. And that's what I found out when we looked at one of the reviews when I was on the Scentsphere last. So what he is wearing is an enormous bustle with a back veil. This is the first post that you actually see. Bright pink, bustle, bows, looking incredibly camp. This obviously isn't what I would say would be Ncuti Gatwa's fault. Now, what do you all think of this? I think this was a big risk actually put in this photograph at the beginning. Ncuti Gatwa was not exactly held back with some of the things that he has said in the past. Now, obviously, when I analyse Ncuti Gatwa, I don't take what he said in the past, or I try not to, and put that into the analysis of his performance. You've seen my reviews. I've been pretty fair. Now, I'm not actually doing this to harm the reputation of the show. National Theatre actually sells out like nobody's business. I couldn't even get tickets for this. What I would like to know is why people actually feel the need to dress Ncuti Gatwa like this. Now, this obviously is beyond his control in many respects. Actors don't tend to have a lot of say as to what actually goes into the costume, as to the design of it and how much material there is and the whatnot. We generally don't. We just get to say, yeah, it fits, yeah, it seems okay, or at least that's my experience. Now, he might have had more say in this. I really don't know. He did mention a quirky edge, but I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt, and I'm going to say that this was the people at the top that actually said for this to happen. Now, he dons it. I don't think he really cares all that much about donning it. Most actors don't really care all that much about what they wear costume wise. Even if they are disappointed, they just put it on and they get on with it. Now, this obviously means that his understudy will have to do exactly the same, so that's an interesting one. But what is it about him? I mean, you look at the promotional posters for The Importance of Being Earnest, and I mean the actual bright pink promotional poster. He is there once again in his shirt like he was introduced in Doctor Who. My greatest concern is people feel like he's a bit of a Ken dress-up doll, because he is actually a handsome guy. I'm not going to lie to you. And maybe they do actually see him as a Ken doll. But sometimes I worry, given what he has said in the past, that them posting this picture and running with it, and then news companies like Variety actually then taking this image that you see here on the screen and running with it in their article. My concern would be, given everything that happens in the past with Doctor Who, this could potentially open them up for more ridicule. I hope it doesn't. But again, I ask, what is it about production teams that like putting Ncuti Gatwa in costumes like this, or his shirt and his pants? The costume where he's wearing his suit is actually a perfect picture to run with him as the headliner, but they insist on putting the picture with him in the pink outfit. Like I say, it could just be because it is the start of the show, but it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, I love The Importance of Being Earnest, and I don't want this video to go out and absolutely trash the show. I'm not going to do that. I just found it interesting that he looks like a Ken doll in a Barbie outfit, especially when there's a great picture of him in a suit that they could have actually put first. But then again, this could be the quirky new edge that he was talking about. Anyway, let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Like the video if you'd like to. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.